Hello LEGO fans, Bricks on a Budget coming to another video. In this video I'm showing off my completely built order that I got the other day on Aliexpress. And a little bit of backstory on this. I have a video out there. It shows me kind of unboxing and showing one of each of these different factions. And here I have built everything I had just to show it off one more time before I start modifying and building armies for these different factions and stuff. Not all factions will get a full army built, but there are several, at least in this first base plate, that will probably definitely get expanded on. So at any rate, while I have you here, please leave a like, subscribe, hit that bell for future notifications. If you like stuff, even if you're not especially if you're not a LEGO purist, and if you are a LEGO purist and you still just like seeing stuff like this, this video is for you guys out there. LEGO is going through a transition for LEGO Castle fans. A lot of different sets are going to be retiring very, very soon. So I'm looking at alternative ways to be able to get certain castle parts and stuff. And so a little bit of backstory on that was I was trying to get just armor and shields, and I was going to just build minifigures and put the armor and shields on them. But what I ended up getting is full minifigures from Aliexpress, complete with weapons and armor and the helmet and shield. And I found out that they're very nicely printed too, to my surprise. So it really drastically changed my plans on these. I was just going to show off like a handful of each, and the ones I bought multiple of are the ones I want to eventually expand on and build on and stuff. So at any rate, let's get right into this video here. And so, yeah. So first off, let's get a little closer here for you guys. And you'll see the Horse Knights in the front rank. And again, these are Aliexpress minifigures. So LEGO knockoffs or fake LEGO or alternative LEGO or alternative building bricks, however you want to put it. These guys, I mean, their legs, even without the armor, they got really nice print. So what I'm going to do for a lot of these guys in this first base plate is I'm going to remove all the armor, and I'm just going to leave basically the legs and the torso, and then I'm going to arm them differently. And they're basically going to be their own minifigure. I'm changing all the heads to yellow. The only exception would be the Fright Knights a little further back. I will be keeping those white heads for one of the variants of the minifigures I'm going to be doing. So at any rate, each of these minifigures will eventually make 2 soldiers. So basically, I'm going to build out of actual LEGO legs and torsos. That armor is going to go on that torso. That the shield is going to go on that torso. I'm going to give them a yellow head, and they're going to have possibly a different helmet or hair, depending on how I decide to arm them up. And this guy is basically going to go with just the printed torso that came from Aliexpress and the printed legs that came from Aliexpress. So like I said, each one of these are going to make at least 2 soldiers out of each one. So that's kind of a plus. So I'm actually going to be keeping the torso and legs for these Aliexpress and actually using them for my army, because they're actually pretty decent. They're decent quality. I'm very surprised, and they're very nice prints. So check out my my last Aliexpress video showing them off, because you can actually see them in there, because I'm not going to do that this one. The second row is we have the Black Ravens, or the Raven Guard, however you want to depict them. They originally came out as a CMF, and I did do an expansion on their army a little bit, so this is going to expand them quite a bit more. My major gripe with this particular armor and shields is it's more of a gold rather than a yellow or orange. So do with that what you will. You know, so it is what it is. Also, another gripe is the shields are 2 parts, meaning that the handle you have to put on the shield. So, yeah, you got to be very careful, because those shields come unattached from that handle pretty easily. So if you're looking at this type of armor on Aliexpress, just know that they come with those 2-part shields. And I'm not a fan. I like how they look. I like the prints on them, but the handle and the shield itself being two parts definitely is a sucky part. So moving on to the third row, we have the Fright Knights. And the Fright Knights each have a vampire type face. So I will be probably keeping those heads to use either on the bare bones torso and legs from Aliexpress, and then I'll be putting a different helmet on them. The armor and shield, I will be then putting on an actual Lego minifigure and then arming them differently to expand the Fright Knights. So each and every one of these I'm going to do that with. I'm going to expand them into 2. So each one of these is 10 minifigures I got. So they're going to make 20 minifigures by the time it's all said and done by mixing in with some Lego parts. And here we have the Krakens. That and the Horse Knights are both new factions. The Horse Knights actually came in a Lego set. And the Krakens came in the, the gumball machine, whatever it's called. And so they should be getting put on the Pick-a-Brick very, very soon. So that'll be exciting because I will be able to expand on the Horse Knights, the Krakens, the Snake Knights, and the Griffins, besides what you're seeing here. But I wanted to get some of these just to try them out. I was more after the armor and the shields. So, you know, it is what it is. But I will definitely be making use of it. And for all the other factions, other than the Fright Knights, they will be getting yellow heads replaced. And the helmets will get replaced with actual Lego helmets. And each one will be making 2. The Kraken Knights, the Snake Knights, the Griffins, the Black Ravens, and the Horse Knights. So when it's all said and done, there'll be 20 of each. And in the back row here, we have the Griffin Knights looking awesome. And I have a lot of cool plans for them. The armor is absolutely beautiful. The shields look awesome. And yeah, all said and done, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 factions. Each of these factions have 10 each. So you got 60 minifigures on this field right here. And I got more to show. So stick around. And yeah, these are crazy. So by the time it's all said and done, there will be 120 when I finish all of these with the updated actual Lego mixing in with all that. Now I have some one-offs here, some stuff that I just bought one of because either I didn't really have any reason to build a crap load. First off, you're going to have the forest men. And so they got this really cool looking shield, makes it look like out of wood. The torso itself, or the armor, is kind of brown, so it looks like it's leather, but it's a metal armor just like the rest. So it looks a little weird. So between the shield's okay, the armor not really a super fan of, but the woodsman or the forestmen I wouldn't think would have a whole bunch of heavily armored troops. So it didn't make sense to buy a bunch of those. So I just bought one. I figured maybe they had one in there. You got the Displacer Beast right here. That came in the D&D set. He's got some cool armor and stuff. Again, another one-off because I don't really see any point. But, you know, maybe he'll show up at a joust or at a tournament or something, perhaps. We have one of the old school Lion factions. I don't know exactly what faction this was. I don't think it was Lion Knights. I think it was something else. Let me know down in the comments. And so now you got the Royal Knight and or Crown Knight. Again, I didn't want to build a whole big faction of these because the actual Lego parts are really hard to get. But I figured, again, maybe he'll show up, blah, blah, blah. I don't think there's going to be a lot of these armored wolf packs running around, but I figured maybe a couple would be okay. But for now, I think I just got one of those. I think I might have got some other armor for that too, but I don't think, yeah, I think I got more armor, but I didn't get any more of these shields. So yeah, and here you got some of the different Dragon Knights. You have the black and red, and then you have the awesome green one. I actually was debating on getting a bunch more of these ones, but it was one of those things. I got so many of these. Like I said, I got all these factions that I want to, you know, it's just unrealistic to build every faction out there. And again, the official Lego stuff is very expensive and hard to get, and I would love to mix it in with that stuff, but I have like none so far. Actually, no, I do have a couple of this particular dragon faction. And then we have the Beholder Knight, also from the D&D Factions group. Again, I just did a one-off because I thought I really like the symbols on the armor as well as the shield. So I just decided, you know what, why not? So again, maybe he'll show up at a tournament or something, you know. So all in all, we have a huge 60 group over here. We have a little group of 7 here, or no, 8. Yeah, 8. So we have 68 knights in this video. Let me know what you think down in the comments. What's your favorite? Which one should I turn around and start building up and expanding first? Let me know down in the comments. It has to be one of these particular factions, guys. So, you know, there's all kinds of different things I can do and expand on. I mean, we're talking, you know, we could do cavalry, or we could do special cavalry. We could do all kinds of really cool stuff with these. You know, I have lots of different ideas, but I want to know what you guys think. What would you like seeing expanded on army-wise? Let me know which faction, and if I get enough people, let me know what they like. Whoever has the most votes on which faction they want to see expanded, that will be the faction that I will concentrate on for the time being and see what I can come up with. But at any rate, any one of the, especially these factions here, not so much these factions on the side, but these factions right here. So, but yeah, I have ideas for each and every single one of them. So, let's see what we come up with. Let me know down in the comments. Also, please like, subscribe, hit that bell for future notifications. And as always, get built. Thank you so much for joining us today, guys. Talk to you later.